Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This presentation show is made for grade 8. It's about editing a document. Now we are going to solve the paper for May-June 2009 for the file j9sales.rtf. The extension RTF is a type of extension that already belongs to the documents. So we will open Word 2007 and we will open the file j9sales which already we save it or store it before on our computers. The first part he asked us to make a setup for the page size to A4. So already we are going to the main menus. From the page layout size we will select the size A4. Then he says set the page orientation to landscape. The orientation is already how the paper looks by long or by wide. So from page layout orientation we can select it to be portrait or landscape as it's shown. So we will select it here to be landscape. Set all the margins to 2 centimeters. The margins it's already the blank area surrounding our paper or our document. So from page layout margins, then custom margins, we are going to set all our margins top, bottom, left and right to 2 centimeters. Bottom, left and right, then press OK. Format the entire document into 2 columns of equal widths with a 2 centimeter gap between the columns. Now we can notice that already our paper, the text is written in the line continuous way, so we are going to format it to be like an article format into columns. So we have to select the whole document because he wanted to format the entire document into 2 columns. By pressing the button for Control and the letter A from my keyboard, this is how I select the whole document, or I can adjust it or select it by my mouse. Then go to page layout menu, columns, more columns. I will select 2 columns and adjust my gap or my spacing to 2 centimeters, and I will not change any value for the width because already we set our margins and we determine the value for the spacing or for the gap, so the width of the column will be automatically adjusted. Then press OK. Now we can notice that our document separated into 2 equally spaced columns, between them a spacing or a gap with 2 centimeters. Set all the text to a serif font. Now what is the serif font? It's a type of drawing or writing for the font type with some extensions in the letters at the end of the letters as sharpened ends. The sans serif font is a type of font without any extensions to the letter. So we will select and make it for us all as one type for the serif font as Times New Roman and the sans serif font as Arial. So set all the text to a serif font. I will keep my selection for the whole document, and from home menu font section, from here I can press on the arrow to select the serif font or the Times New Roman. Set all the text to 1.5 line spacing. The line spacing, it's the spaces between the lines of the text. So from home menu paragraph section, this is the icon for the line spacing. I can press on the arrow and select 1.5 as I want. Make all the text left aligned. We have many types of alignment. Now we have in paragraph section from home menu, this is the left align, this is the centered, this is the right, and this is to make it justify. It means to be equal from both sides. Here I will keep my selection and press on the left alignment. Set the font size for all the text to 11 point. from home menu, from the font section. Besides the font type, I have the font size, and the font size here in Word is measured by points. I will select 11. If you don't have 11 in your list for the font size, you can type it by your hand, just 11, and press enter. Insert a page break before the first paragraph. What is the page break? It's a blank page will be inserted in a specific place. Here he determined it before the first paragraph. I have to exit my selection, because if I keep my selection for the whole document and I press insert a page break, the whole document will be disappeared. So I will exit my selection and go to the place he determined to us before the first paragraph. It means here before the first word of the first line of the first paragraph. Then go insert menu and press from pages to page break. Here you can notice that already we inserted a new page in the determined place, but here we can notice that this page already into two columns like the other document. Here he wanted to format only the first page of the document into a single column as the previous or the beginning format for our document when the line was continuously written. So after this he wants to make it as a title page to type a title or a heading. So I will type first my heading, very special holidays 2009. Then I will select my heading and go to page layout, columns again, and I will select it as 1. See here the ruler, but I have to be sure that already our selection is already only for the text. If anything wrong gone with our selection, I can make undo and be sure that already I'm selecting only my title or my subheading, and go to column and make it one column. Now the rest of the document remains as it was to two columns, and only this page will be on one column. Now after this he wants to center align the heading. So from home menu, from the paragraph section, I will select the heading and I make it to be centered. And he wanted to be in a sans serif font. We said the sans serif font, it's the Arial, it's without extension in the end of the typing for the letter. So I will select the heading and make it Arial. Set the font size of the heading to 36 points. From home menu, the font size I will select it to be 36. Make only the words very special, italic and underline. Now we are going to make some format for the font. From the font section we have here bold, italic and underline. This one to make the font more thicker, this one to make it inclined way, and this is to put a line under the words. So he wanted to be very special only, so I will select only the words very special and press on the I to make it italic. You can see now it's a little bit not straight, and the U with a line under it to underline. Below the heading, add the subheading sales report by and add your name. How to insert a new line? Just by pressing enter. When you come to the end of the line, press enter. Then I will type my subtitle or my subheading, sales report by, and adding my name. Set the text used for the subheading to the same sans serif font as the heading. So I will select my subheading, but I can notice that already it's the same font. And go to here from home menu, For the font section, from the font type, I will select it to be Arial. Set the font size of the subheading to 18 points, keeping my selection for the subheading, going to the home menu font section, and from the font size make it 18. Right align the subheading, keeping my selection, go to paragraph section and press on the right align to make it right aligned. Place your name left aligned, your center number center aligned, and your candidate number right aligned in the header. Now, there is a difference between heading and header. The heading, it's the title already we inserted, and the subheading is the subtitle we typed. But the header, it's the blank area at the top of the page, and we have something related to the header. It's a footer, it's a blank area at the bottom of the page. So here we need to insert a header. From insert menu, there is header and footer, so we will press on header, and it's better to select the 3 columns because we have to type something at the left, something to right, and something to be centered. So we will select 3 columns. Now we can notice that a new menu appear called design. It's only related to header and footer, and here in the type text, I just at the left side, on the left side, I will just press on it and type my name. Then the centered one, I will delete it and type the center number. The left one, I will delete it and type the candidate number. After this, he says place an automated page number left aligned in the footer. Now I'm going to insert an automated page number. I will not type the numbering of the page, it will be automatically inserted. Here from the design menu for header and footer, we can see something to be inserted like page number, date and time, and quick parts, picture, clip art. Or we can make it from insert menu too. So from the design menu or even from the insert menu, I can insert a page number. In the footer, it means like your foot, it's at the bottom of your body, and at the top it will be in the foot, in the header. So from insert menu, page number, he said in the footer, it means bottom. Then he says to be left aligned, so I will select the first plain number 1. This is left aligned at the bottom of the page, it means in the footer. Now we can see that already this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. We are not typing by our hands, it's automatically inserted. Make sure that headers and footers do not appear on page 1. Where is page 1? This is the one, the page break we inserted, or the title page, but are displayed on all other pages. So here for the header, we have the design menu. We can see from the option section, a first option is different first page. It makes your first page different from the other pages. So all what we need to do is tick on this option. You can see that the header and the footer, the page number and the typing for the name and center number and candidate number are disappeared from the first page, but it's shown on other 2 pages. After this, he says move the 3rd paragraph that starts our new offering is at the Paradise Retreat. So now we are going back to make some modifications for our text. So I have to exit my header and footer. I have 2 ways. Even from the design menu, I press on close header and footer, or I double click any place on the page except the places for header and footer. Now he wants to move a specific paragraph. start with a specific text, so I have to find it first. So from the home menu, find, at the editing section at the end to the right, I will press find, and I will type exactly how the sentence it's written, because any spelling mistakes will be made in the typing. The program will not find any result. So our new offering is at the Paradise Retreat, and I will be sure before I type it that already I exit all selection, because if I am making some selection for any part of the text or the document, he will search only on this selection. So if I press now find next, he will say Word has finished searching, the search item wasn't found, because already, if you can notice, I'm selecting the subtitle. So I will press, do you want to search the remainder of the document? I will press yes. Now he found it. I will press close for my find and replace. Now I found my paragraph. I want to move it. This is the third one, so it becomes the second paragraph. Now this is the first paragraph, and this is the locations we are using are. After this comes a table, so the table is already related to the first paragraph. So when I am moving my paragraph, I will make it after the table. So I will select my paragraph, right click by the mouse, make cut, go after the table and give it a space and make paste. Now this is my paragraph being replaced or moved from the third paragraph to be the second paragraph, but after the table. After this, he says change the numbered list. Here, Strand, Oxford Street, Regent Street. I have this is as numbered list to be a bulleted list. What is the number list and the bulleted list? Already the bullets are dots or items or symbols, refers to an important line of information. Now to make it as a list, this is a numbered by numbering. From the home menu paragraph section, we can see this is for bullets, this is for numbering, and in the numbering we have the letter list. If we display here the types, we have the letter list in Arabic, in English, capital and small, and Latin. So now he wanted to be or to be changed from the number list to be a bulleted list, so I have to select them first, then go to the bullets and make it to be a bulleted list. Press only on bullets. Now it's changed to be a bullets instead of the numbering, and we can see that the bullets are lightened and the numbering list is off. After this, he says find the table which has the word code in the top left cell. This is the table has the code at the top left cell. Complete the table by adding the hotel and location details shown below, and he gives us some typing to type. Make sure that the font matches the font specified for the body text of the document. Here already we made the body text for the document to be a serif font, a Times New Roman, so the table will be serif font too. Now we can see if we stand on any place on the table that already the font type didn't change. Now we are going to complete our table. now the location is done. And here the hotel column is done, and all the cells are in the font type of the same font type for the whole document. It's Times New Roman. After this he says the table must fit within the column and must not change its position in the document. This is what we said it before, that already the location for the table didn't change when we remove our third chapter to be the second. The table remains in its place. And here, if we make scroll down by the mouse, this is the part of ruler. It's the column weights, remember. If we scroll to down, we can see that the table it's not fixed to the column weights, it's a little bit more, so we can adjust it by our hand here. See this is small square, just make it to be fit with the column weights. Now if you scroll, it's okay. After this he says find the table which has the word stuff. This is the table has the word stuff. Copy the stuff details. We are not going to copy it because it's already from access file. He want to delete the first column from the table containing stuff codes. So here if we make like this, see this small black arrow, we can delete our column. Just select the first column, right click and make delete columns. Delete the row from the table containing Lucille Mather. So of course we didn't type, so we will not know which one. So we can select, see this white arrow, we can select the whole row by it and right click and make delete rows. Make sure that the text in the table is formatted to match the body text of the document. Already here from the font it's shown, we can know that already it's Times New Roman as the rest of the document. Format the column heading to be italic, underlined and centered. So this is the column heading. I will select them and make it italic, underlined from the font section home menu, and still from the home menu paragraph section I will go to alignment and make it centered. Format the background of the top row to be a light gray shading. This is the first row of our table. See, I can make my table fix it to the column weights. Here is the first row. I will make it from here. When we are selecting our table, there is two main menus will appear for design and layout. From the design we can see shading. When we press on shading we can see many colors. So we can select the color of shading. He says light gray shading and he didn't mention any percentage, so I can select any one I need. I will select the first one. Format all borders in the table to appear when printed. So now I have columns if I select by the black arrow, and I have rows, but already it's without borders. So here from the design I can select my whole table from here by pressing by the mouse on this cross, and from borders I will make borders and shading, and I will select for the borders to be all, to make all the borders shown when it's printed, and press OK. Now all borders are shown. Make sure that all of the contents of the table are visible with no text wrap. Now all the table are visible, and already it's fixed to the column widths and must not change its position. I didn't change its position in my document. After this, he says import a graphic image showing an island or a hotel from clip art, scanner, digital camera, or elsewhere. We will insert it from the clip art and place it this immediately after the text, our next mystery destination in our new brochure. So as we did for moving the paragraph, find first the text, exit any selection and press find, type correctly your text and press find. This is our text. We will insert immediately the image after it. Close the find window, then go to insert menu. As we said before, from insert menu we can insert many items. Then the clip art, it will open to us a window for searching for the pictures for clip art. We will type, he said, an island or a hotel, so I will type island and press go. He will give me some results, many results. You have to select appropriate picture from it to our file. I will select this one just by double click or from here and insert. It will take a minute to upload the picture into your file. Now this picture is already inserted. Exactly after, so we have to make enter to give it a line. Then he says change the image so that it's resized to fill the column widths. Now from text wrapping we can make it square just for making move it, and by your hand you can make it to be fixed with the column width as we did for the table. The aspect ratio is maintained. What is the aspect ratio? It's the ratio between the height and width. So from size, from as soon as we insert the picture and we are selecting it, a new menu appears called format. From the size section in the format menu, if we press on this small arrow, we will open the format picture window. Here lock aspect ratio, it has to be ticked to be maintained. So only what we have to do to be sure that it's already ticked and press OK. The text wraps above and below the image. Already our text is above and below the image. It may look like this, and he gives you a layout in the examination paper. Then he says save the document using a new file name. I will go from here and make save as. On my desktop I will select my desktop and I will name it with my name, then follow it by my grade to keep it, and press save. Till here this file is finished.